So yeah, it's been a very nice day here across the Tennessee Valley, especially considering what we've had, over the last couple of days. And we're going to be tracking out some of those storms later into your Thursday and Friday. So it is going to be a very busy end of the week after a fairly calm start to the week, but temperatures are starting to warm up. We were in the 50s earlier, now into the 60s. We have that southerly influence from the wind. That's helped bringing in some of that warmer air from the south. And check out some of these temperatures. I mean, very impressive. 76 in Jacksonville, but it's 83 degrees in Dallas, Texas. So some very warm air just off to our southwest. Temperatures in the 60s from Athens down into Dalton and Chattanooga, 56 in Blue Ridge and 49 in Murphy. So here's a look at some of your Skywatcher reports from this Wednesday. It's 52 was the high in Monteagle in Marion County. We had 53 atop Lookout, 61 in Trenton and 60 degrees in Cleveland. Ben and Somerville had a nice mild 58. Sandra and Athens calling in with 56 degrees. Dan and Dayton at 57. And of course, we had Leslie in on Signal right at 53 degrees as well. So here's what we're tracking out. Again, tomorrow is a storm alert weather day because we're going to be tracking out the potential for some strong storms as we move into your mid-morning and early afternoon hours. So this is all going to be made possible by a low pressure that's going to be sweeping in across the Tennessee and Ohio valleys. It'll bring a cold front into our region, and we're going to have plenty of moisture, some pretty strong winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Bringing that all together is going to give us the chance for some strong to severe storms, but nothing this Wednesday evening. It's going to be a calm night, although relatively dreary, kind of one of those evenings you get home from work, you kind of just want to put a movie on because the weather is going to be, well, pretty similar to what we're dealing with Wednesday all night long into your Thursday as well. Overnight, we could have a few showers, but shouldn't present too much of an issue. And then as we go into the mid-morning, that's when that main line of storms is going to be approaching from the west. So by 9:30, there's going to be some scattered showers. Really nothing severe until about after 10-11 a.m. So mid-morning, that's when things become active here across the Tennessee Valley. That's when you need to pay close attention to the weather. So have multiple ways, of course, of receiving those severe alerts, because by lunchtime, this line is going to be pushing right across the Tennessee Valley from Fort Payne up into Chattanooga and Dayton, continuing off to the east by 1 o'clock into portions of Knoxville, extending all the way into northwest Georgia. But look how quickly this is going to move. I mean, by 2 o'clock, Murphy, Blue Ridge, Ellijay going to be dealing with these storms. Then after 3, 4, well, we're pretty much done. So that evening commute home is looking a lot better than that morning commute here across the Tennessee Valley. And then we'll continue with that clearing trend for the rest of Thursday. So here's a look at your general timing before 11 a.m. for Middle Tennessee, Huntsville, and really areas off to the west of I-65. And then 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. going to be your best time frame for Athens, Dalton, and much of our Local 3 coverage area. And again, this is going to be one of those days where we're going to have to watch the weather closely, just because we are going to have the potential for some damaging straight line winds, especially in that yellow shade, which includes most of our area. That's a level 2 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center. Now, there will be a tornado threat. It's really small. This is about a 2% chance within a 50-mile radius. So low in threat, but it isn't zero. So just be very mindful of the weather. And again, be sure to download that Local 3 weather app. We'll keep you on top of it all day long. So after the storms move out, temperatures are going to drop Thursday night. And by Friday, we could be talking snow showers across portions of the Cumberland Plateau, Tennessee, North Carolina line, some of the higher elevations. Even here in the valley, we could have a few snow flurries. So let's kind of track it out. Again, Friday morning, that's when we'll start to have those snow showers showing up along the Tennessee, North Carolina line. And some of that could even sneak into the valley. We're going to be a little too warm for any accumulations in places like Athens, Chattanooga. And that'll continue throughout much of the day Friday into your Saturday as well. In fact, winter storm watches affect along the Tennessee and North Carolina line for 3 to 6 inches in elevations 2,500 feet and up. And here locally, we could have anywhere from a dusting to 2 inches along the Cumberland Plateau, with higher amounts along the Tennessee and North Carolina line. So definitely going to be a tale of two seasons here Thursday into Friday, and then we clear out and cool down just in time for your weekend.